Alright, I'm gonna do this video blog in English, and the reason why is because I've been getting a few messages on YouTube and comments on Instagram and even on Twitter, even on Facebook, asking me if I'm planning some sort of translation or subtitles to my video blogs. So I thought that since a lot of my Swedish readers, you understand English, but a lot of my English speaking readers don't understand Swedish. So this will be easier in the beginning, and then I might perhaps get some help and someone wants to translate on my YouTube videos. What I'm going to talk to you about today is my favorite ab workouts, because that is, to be honest, the most common question I get. Is first of all how I have an 8-pack and how you could get an 8-pack, what's my favorite ab exercises, and how heavy and stuff like that. So I just quickly respond to those before showing the exercises. First of all, the reason I have 8-pack instead of 6-pack is because I was born that way, and since the abdominal muscle tissue in the straight part of it is divided in segments, and my segments are more easily shown through the epidural fat. So to get an 8-pack, you have to be lucky enough so that when you're low enough on body fat in the lower part of your abdomen, then that the last pair of squares are shown through their segments. So that's that. And how to get a 6 or an 8 or a 4-pack is simply by training and burning fat, because the number one reason that your abs are not shown is because the epidural fat is too thick. So the lines and the skin is too thick to sink in between the lines. Now, how to train them? Train them as a ordinary muscle, but with some slight variation. So this is not like a general way of just training. This is what I consider being the best way of training, and the way I consider my ab workout to give the best kind of results. So I worked out with a friend of mine who's very famous in fitness Sweden, and that is Rahim, and he's always been a spokesperson for leg raises, like hanging from a chin bar, raising your legs up like this, straight legs. So I took that and I moved on in my training career, and then I saw a video with Kai Green, and he always warms up with an ab exercise, several ab exercises, one being the one where you bring your entire upper body and your legs up like this. But he also did an oblique workout, like a side ab workout. So I'm going to start there. So imagine you've just got to the gym and you want to do your ab exercises. The main exercise I want you to do is the leg raises. Now you can usually find hoops that you put around hooks, and you stick your arm in and you get leverage because the weight is going on here, and you don't have to have any grip strength, like you're not wasting energy on just holding on. So what you want to do is that should be the main exercise, and the reason why I want leg raises to be the main exercise is because I want you to feel what sort of difference it actually does to have strong core muscles, abdominal muscles, and you're gonna feel that by bringing your legs up, and like how explosive you actually can bring your legs up, and then since your rear is there, you just bring that hip up, and that really is gonna require you to be strong in your abdomen. So you start by doing those, and then I isolate, and then the repetitions also go up in amount. And these are not the exercises that actually are gonna build any type of extraordinary muscle make you go wider, become like thicker from the side. But I do these to get contact with the muscles and just feel like they're there. So when I'm doing the big exercises like leg raises, I actually feel the entire core muscularity working. So the side crunches, just make a figure 4 with your leg, bring your top leg up, take your top hand, wrap it around your head. The reason I wrap it around my head is because when I go down, I really want to stretch everything out, even muscles that aren't even involved in the crunch, which is a lot of muscles. Here, let's not go into that now. You can use this hand for easily the most important part, which is getting contact and really feel the muscles working. So take your fingers, stick them in here, and what I want you to do now is just get your shoulder, the shoulder that you're resting on, just lift it off the ground, while having this leg just elevated into the air. So you're going to go crunch. You're going to be able to feel yourself tensing up here. So you bring it down, you stretch out, and you bring it up again. You stretch out. Then of course you do that on the other side as well. When I'm done with that, since I've just done leg raises, I also do straight crunches. But for my straight crunches, I always have a dumbbell. And I bring the dumbbell behind my head like this, and I hold it like this, and I tilt my hip up. So I don't want my buttocks to touch the ground. I want my lower back to touch the ground. I want my lower back to be pressed towards the ground. And you just lift my upper body off the ground, really strict, tense it up, you just bring it down again, and tense it up. No rush. Do as many as you can. Don't start cheating, don't start throwing yourself up like this. Put the dumbbell away, do a couple more, but you can now use your fingers to feel that the muscle is really tensing up. So try to stick your muscles in between the segments, and feel the depth that you're creating between the segments, up like this. You can press them in on the side, and you'll really feel that that is the straight abdominal muscles working here compared to the side abdominal muscles, the obliques. Anyway, so we've just done leg raises, then we went down on the ground, and we did side crunches, and we did straight crunches. Now, usually at gyms there are crunch machines that allow you to either have a pad in front of you that you bring down, or have handles on top of you that you pull down. Now, some people laugh at these machines and they say that, oh, there's no shortcut, but that's because usually people misunderstand or just brush these off as one of those infomercials where they show a machine and they say, okay, you're going to get powerful abs by using this one. And that's not the case. You're not going to get, the fat's not going to go away by this either. The fat's around your belly is not going to go away by leg raises or by crunches or by anything. That you're going to get your fat to go away by eating healthy and training hard. But the crunch machines, if you have something with a pad in front of you, it usually got handles on the other side. Now what I want you to do whenever you have a machine like that, do not use your arms to get down. Try to position your seat so that your chest is a bit above the padding, and try to keep your arms free, and then you just push your chest towards the pad and you crunch down. Once you've reached all the way down, really tense your muscle up and then release slowly back. Now how I have started using crunch machines is I do very few repetitions, like 8, and I try to find a weight that I can do. I can crunch up, exhale, inhale, tense up, crunch up until I can't move the weight anymore, like any other sort of exercise. The same actually goes with leg raises, but I don't really want to go into that now. For leg raises, I do 10 reps. I try to keep straight legs. Whenever I can't keep straight legs anymore, I start bending my knees. But what I want you to think about is that when you bring your legs up, I also want you to bring your rear up, your hip. Because unless you bring your hip up a bit, you're not going to fully activate your abdominals. Now to bring your waist in, to keep it like a thin waist, and to work on all the transversals, the muscle that really keeps your belly tucked in, you actually work that muscle out by doing squats, deadlifts, bent over row, whatever exercise you're doing that forces you to have a good posture. You're working the postural muscles, and the transversal core muscle is a postural muscle, which keeps everything. So whenever you're doing planche, whenever you're bringing your knees up, doing planche and stuff like that, that's a good workout just to keep that tensed up, which is basically how you train a muscle like that. You just keep reminding it to do its job. So what else? I think that's it. The reason why I do isolated workouts such as side crunches, straight crunches, in addition to the big exercises of bringing my legs up or the crunch machine, is because when I do isolated workouts, whenever whether I'm doing a biceps curl or I'm doing a leg extension, it's because I really want to feel all the individual muscles, but I never ever take away the big exercises like squats. I don't necessarily do deadlifts, but let's say dips, bench press, and stuff like that. So I like doing bench press, but I also like doing cable flies. But cable flies in my case is more of a way to really feel your muscles and how your muscles are working. So, alright, those 3 exercises I rotate on them. So 10 repetitions on the leg raises, 30 on each side, 30, 30, 30, and then I do that for 5 laps. After 5 laps, I replace the leg raises with the crunch machine. So I do 5 sets of the crunch machine. But I keep doing the 30, 30, 30. You can do the side crunches and straight crunches pretty much every day, just to have a feel of where you have your muscles. Alright, that's the first video blog in English, and those are my favorite ab exercises. So if you like this, then press thumbs up. If you didn't like it, press thumbs down, and subscribe if you want to, and then you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. If you want to get in contact with me, use the message service on YouTube, since as you can see I have comments disabled because I can't keep track of comments on all these different social websites.